I'm going all out. I'm throwing the headphones on. I'm going to see if with this new mic, I can monitor what I'm listening to.
Well, we've already started recording because I've turned my freaking camera on. So regardless of one way or another, we're getting ourselves a two-way here. Jim and I are sitting here struggling to try and figure out how to, we are just incompetent, or at least I am incompetent. I don't know anything about the Skype stuff. I thought you were a whiz kid. You were Skyping it up with everybody south of the train tracks and north of the train tracks. And
well, I do. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Hey, but I thought you were on Skype with everybody.
Hello.
You're talking into your big dildo there?
Yeah, but I'm supposed to be able to listen to myself, and I cannot hear myself in the... Oh, there we go.
You look like Rick D's Top 40 in the morning there. About to spin
Here we go.
The greatest from REO Speedwagon there.
Okay, how does this sound, Kurt? In the earphones, this is sounding pretty nice.
It sounds the same as before because it's just coming through my same damn speakers.
Okay. Actually, what I'm hearing in the speakers isn't as strong as I thought it would be.
Well,
nothing special, I guess.
Well, see, now this is going to totally flummox your test because as good as the quality of your mic is, it's all reduced on the quality of my speakers if I'm picking it up here. But how's your camera working now?
The camera? The camera mic?
You're recording with your computer. Is it working now?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. You can turn that on.
But I tell you what, these going with the headphones doesn't really do much, so I'm taking them off.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to see. The problem is, if anybody's actually watching this after I upload this, the problem is that the Google's Hangout didn't work for us, so we had to revert just to something else.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about there, Kurt?
I want to talk about a couple things. One, I want to say first, thanks. This is really cool that we actually do this. Let's see. Let me move this up a little bit because your face is dark. There you go. Hi. Wow. I might have to just hold the camera.
Do I need to turn my light on?
Turn your light on? Yeah, turn your light on. Let's see how that works. Is it hot or something?
It's an oven in here.
Yeah. Why don't you turn? You do have an air conditioner back there. See everybody back there? Up by this Bengals thing, there's an air conditioner up there, but he doesn't use it because he saves all of his money for Viagra.
And microphones.
And microphones, yeah. You just shelled out like nearly three bills for that, right?
$24,000 something yesterday I paid.
And that's in dollars.
Yeah, $4,000. But I got a huge cock mic.
A huge cock mic, totally unprotected. Do you have a sheath for that? Do you have a sheath for that bad boy?
No sheath.
No.
We need a stereo with this. See if that does anything.
For his pleasure.
Let's try this. For some reason, I think it didn't change anything. Anyway.
Yeah, is that different? Oh, okay, well, good. So here we are. So we failed with all of that stuff, but nonetheless we're here. And this is a first for me. I've never actually done anything like this. But Molly, you can't see, but I've got actually 2 computers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm not going to show anybody the rest of my room because we're in the bedroom right now, and that's a little private. But I do have a little desk here. You can see a little desk here, and I got a mouse, and I got my main computer there, and my laptop that goes with me everywhere there. So I can actually, be talking with you here and reading commentary over here, or watching chat, comments, or stuff. So
okay. That's actually very nice.
Yeah, I thought that would be pretty cool. And I got the camera mounted. You can't see it, Jim, but the camera's mounted right in front of the my monitor here, just below your chin. So, not your chin, but you're just that way.
Me?
Yeah, not way down there. Yeah, and so when the cool thing is, then if I look at your face, it's like right above the camera's right below that. So. Aren't I a clever chap?
Right about here?
Yeah. The camera's right. Well, it depends. Yeah, the camera's right about there. Oh, you're licking my camera, man. So I guess what this means is that I'm kind of coming around in terms of being able to do a whole new type of thing on YouTube. I've never done this stuff.
Right.
I've watched you do it and other people do it, and I've always been sitting there eating my corn nuts and in the sidelines, thinking that looks like fun. So
It is.
So hey, before I say my stuff, what you tell us more about your big purchase today. And I'm not talking about the Julia Lovecraft blow up doll.
Oh, my mics?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I picked up the blue, made by Blue. It's the Yeti. Perfect name for this, isn't it?
Oh, that is the perfect
Yeti.
that or what's that guy whose load never ends?
The Peter North.
The Peter North.
The John Holmes.
The John Holmes. Damn, that thing's big.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So I got this mic, and I got the Rode Video Mic Pro, which
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
I'm a little let down, Kurt, because I took it and I recorded Joe.
Yeah.
With the mic on the camera and the mic and the video mic.
Right.
And other than like the hissing around it,
yeah,
there really wasn't much difference.
But that hiss is distracting.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe in another environment. What?
I was expecting it to sound a little bit better like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You expected to sound like Chevy Chase, or well, not Chevy Chase. What's that guy that did the American Top 40 for all those years?
Oh, Casey Kasem?
Yeah, he's like Casey Kasem all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The deep tones and the resonant baritones. Nobody knows who the hell we're talking about.
No.
No. But you know what, Jim? But there's so many things that are going to be good. Like, I noticed the test that we were doing today, that the lack of the tinniness. There was a tinniness in your voice without it that was gone. That was nice. And also the not picking up the wind noise. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's really huge. I told you today that I uploaded a video last night. It took 24 hours to process due to length. But when I started, and I don't usually watch my videos, but I knew that it was kind of a windy day, so I wanted to hear it to hear if the wind was bad. And I couldn't watch more than 3 minutes of the video because of the wind noise. And I was like, gosh darn it. So just having that to cut it off, the wind noise alone, is worth it.
Well, when we shot Mully Gump, we had to take a lot of breaks because of the wind.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah, you kept saying that things would come up and the wind would start, and I'm constantly.
And then somebody gave me a piece of advice.
Yeah.
They said take 2 pieces of cardboard and put them on either side of your mic, tape them on there.
Yeah.
And they're sticking out past the mic.
Yeah.
And it'll cut that wind off.
But 2 pieces of cardboard sticking out. Oh, really?
Yeah, like you got your camera here, right?
Yeah.
Here's the mic.
Right.
So put cardboard on either side of it like this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I've been running my finger around the front trying to cut it off, but that doesn't seem to work. I guess what we really need to do is step up to the plate like the Chi Ranger did, and just invest in a quality camera. I mean, he's got something. I think they filmed the original E.T. on his setup.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you see he did a video? I was watching just a little bit of it. I couldn't watch the whole thing earlier. Emily and I are. Yumiko is out doing some taiko thing for the kids, and Emily and I are home, so I was over there. But Steve was getting interviewed by like some professional setup in the United States about the national parks in Utah. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Man, that guy's he's just wherever he goes, he finds interesting things to talk about, and
he's all over the place, isn't he?
Before long we're going to be watching him on the Discovery Channel or something like that, and saying, "Do you remember when?"
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to talk to him on Skype? And now the guy won't return our calls for nothing.
Right, now we can't get a hold of him.
That's right. Well, so,
now he makes his agent send us a generic letter.
Now his agent sends the tweets out about the coffee every morning.
Right.
How are you, my excellent friends? Well, now you know.
Some salutations.
Now that's what you needed there. Was if you've got a big, if you got a big one, you need to show it, Mike and Jim. And you just brought the mic to the forefront. We can see the head of it peeking over the running board there. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Are you happy with your purchase?
Yeah. So far, I'm really looking forward to shooting a vlog. and seeing the difference it makes.
So you just one at your table and sitting there talking?
Yeah, sitting right here. Using this instead of the onboard mic built into the iMac.
Now you've been going towards, if I can interview you for just a sec. Sure. I think that we are at the cusp of a huge revolution on YouTube. And that revolution is going to be the video direct to channels from Google Hangout. People seem to eat that stuff up.
Right.
I mean, I'm one of them. I'm you know me. I watch excavator videos. It's not because I don't like people. It's just that when I'm home and I want to watch videos, I like to watch nature and heavy equipment and stuff like that. But I find myself now, I've only seen like 2 or 3 of these hangouts, and they're like 2 hours long, and I'll watch the whole damn thing.
Really?
Yeah, and I come home now, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, how the hell can I know if there's a hangout going on?
Huh.
So I think this is going to be revolutionary and I think YouTube knows this, and because people really latch onto these communities, and I don't think the JVLOG's the only one. I think these communities are forming all over the place. And people who are part of the community and people who are observers of the community, there's a lot of people out there who just like to observe, and those people, they would prefer to watch that. They would prefer to watch their friends talk, or better yet, participate either through chat or directly through joining in, than do just about anything else. And I think that people like you and what is it, Kim Mushy, and clearly Victor and Hiko, and of course the bad communication boys, although they're doing it with a different technology, but I imagine they'll switch over to Google Hangout. They're leading the way, and you're one of them.
Yeah. Well, Google Hangouts has really kind of stepped all over their territory, isn't it?
Well, no, I don't prefer to look at it that way. I prefer to see it as they anticipated. They were one step ahead.
Well, I don't mean it like that, but what I mean is, they invested all this money and all this equipment and all this and all that, and now Google says, "Screw you, here it is for free." Yeah,
I do see that. Yeah, that is true, and likewise for Hiko and Victor, because I think they invested some money in technology too. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to focus on the Well, you and I are talking about two different things. You're talking about the marketplace, and I'm talking about. I think they were forerunners, both groups, especially the bad communication guys. Those guys have been doing this for a long time. But you're right; it stepped right over it. It just basically it commoditized it.
Yeah. Because remember we used to go watch them, and it'd be like, okay, we're having technical difficulties with this, and something's wrong with that, and this isn't synced up, and all this and all that, and then here's Google Hangout. Oh, take it all; it all works. Just do it.
Exactly, and then all of a sudden, just about anybody can have a threesome or a tensome.
Right.
Now, how many more do you need over a threesome before it becomes a video orgy?
I don't know. But one thing I will give to the BC guys that they have over Google Hangouts is the quality of video.
Yes, that and audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made that investment. But in terms of technology, you're right. They've been one-upped by not one-upped, because they still have better quality. And also the other thing they do is they have a structure of their what the heck was that? They have a structure of their podcast, right? Mm-hmm. They have, what do they call it? The rundown. Mm-hmm. They have a plan. They have things that they do. They have things like that. So I mean that there's a lot to that as well.
Yeah, they've got it timed, and because we're 15 minutes and 45 seconds into this, and they're on their break at this point.
Are they doing this tonight?
No. When they do it.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, you and I have participated to the point of being observers and guests on the show. And we saw, right. I remember how startled I was to see the difference between the raw live setting and then when they packaged the deal up and presented it out, with the intro and exits and stuff like that and the segues.
Right.
It's a professional show.
It is, yeah.
No, Hiko and Victor, they've taken kind of a different approach in theirs, haven't they? It's professional, but not quite as streamlined.
Right.
They kind of rely on their just their raw banter, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, it's 9:30 already.
What do you? We gotta go to bed, Grandpa?
No. Just the evenings are going so quick.
But dude, I mean, it's not like we have a lot to do tomorrow.
No, but it's just each day they're just flying by.
That's called getting old.
Doesn't that suck?
It sucks royally. I mean, you know, I feel the sun has gone over the apex. It's setting down. Now you and I have a different perspective on that, but you know, a time to make the best of it. Time to stay awake. And isn't it great that we don't have a whole lot to do tomorrow?
That's true.
And we get to hang out with Ozzy in the evening.
That's right. And I'm leaving like a half day, so
You suck.
maybe even earlier.
You suck.
Whenever time Ozzy mails me and that he's on his way, then I'll be getting ready to leave.
You suck. He's coming down. He's going to take the bullet train on down, and you're going to be waiting for him with
That's
flowers and outside the.
Oh, Kurt, by the way,
That's me.
The audio that we're recording here,
Yeah.
Mark and I did try this once before, and the audio wasn't very good coming from him.
Yeah.
But before, when we ran that test, you know what I did?
What?
This mic, I can open it from both sides. Okay.
What?
So
It's got two channels or something.
well, it's got a switch here. It's got 4 options.
Oh yeah, the one you know, the other one you know, and the other 2 you don't know.
And those other 2.
Yeah.
Right? So I've got it opened on both sides here.
Yeah.
So that way it's catching my voice on this side, and it's catching what's coming out of my monitor on this side.
Ah, that's pretty snazzy.
So I'm watching your voice pattern up here on the screen.
Oh, it's got the actual
Here. Yeah.
the actual sine wave thing right there.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just getting
okay,
one.
let me try some of this.
I do have a mute button.
You know, I do have a sound effect on here for that. You know, the 60s signs, but it'll take me too long to find it. But back to that thing. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
I really do think that a year from now, and especially 2 years from now, we're going to look back and see this period of time as basically a pivotal moment in the YouTube in the YouTube system, where the content creators is going to be the realm of consumption of content creators. Individual stuff is going to begin to be replaced with content that is collaborative in nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, how interesting is it to see you know an Aussie 78 or a Sunny, or what's Sunny's thing? What's his handle?
Japan artist.
Yeah, or a Japan artist, right? But how much better to see them together, right?
That's right.
Right? If not always, and if not always, but enough, right? And that's
Right.
going to become. It would be interesting to see the metrics over time as that becomes the thing, and the length of the programs will be longer as well. Oh, I know what that hunk is. It's my iPhone mail's coming in. So I think we're onto something really big here, and I just wanted to note that, and I think that you're part of that group that's making it happen.
Really?
Yeah. Have you got any plans for
I'm
which?
a mover and a shaker.
You are. Yeah, you are a mover and shaker. Whenever I hear Tomoko tells me that whenever you go into the WC, you're a move. The whole house moves and shakes.
The room moves and shakes. That's right. Whole lot of mully.
So hey, I did have a couple other things I wanted to talk about here.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I want to get your opinion on something. About every year or so, the same TV show comes on. Do you notice how Japanese television is very cyclic? It shows the same types of patterns, same types of shows over, and of course, everybody knows it's the same people. You know, season after season, the television talents. I saw a show tonight. I tried to stuff my food down my face at dinner time watching this show. Neither my daughter nor my wife felt the revulsion that I felt. I could barely watch my food. I would have turned the TV off if I had been alone. Have you seen this show before where they go into a television talent's home, they take them by surprise, they know their house is disgusting, and they go through and they pick through the house to find out just how disgusting it is? Have you ever seen that type of show?
No, I haven't seen that.
This is like the third one I've ever seen. And they pick these talents. I don't know how they know these talents are pigs, or, or whatever it is. But I mean, I'm talking just, you open the refrigerator and it's like a biochemistry lab experiment gone wild. I mean, the toilet's so bad that they can't even show it on the screen, and it's just filth. I mean, it's just really, really disgusting. And And the question I have is, why is that entertainment? I mean, I was asking my wife. I was saying, wouldn't this talent just not let anybody in? Why would they do that? What do you think?
Why would they let him in?
Yeah, why would the talent, they show up at the door with the camera crew and the talent's there, and we want to come in and see your house, and he knows it's a pigsty.
Okay, well, I've always said that entertainers are the lowest form of scum on the earth.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, because these are the people that are not afraid to do anything in front of anybody. They have no shame whatsoever.
It's another type of whore.
Well, no, I mean, but
what I mean by that, when I'm using the word whore, I'm using it in the terms of willing to make a profit off of the selling of their own. Not maybe it's not their body, but their own information, their own shame.
I wouldn't even take it that far.
Really?
It's just the point that they are not ashamed to do anything in front of anybody. That's what they do. They're entertainers, and that's how they make their living, right? They have no shame whatsoever. So probably when people come in and go digging through their shitty toilet, they just don't care.
Hiko, I was watching a little bit of the 2.5 Oyachis. I've got a lot to catch up on. But there was, Hiko was saying something about one of the talents, about how he had made the capital sin in the talent world of suing his agency. And that he was finished at that point. He would never work again in show business in Japan at that point. And so part of me was wondering was, when they showed up at the door with the camera crew and the stuff, that guy he wasn't a major talent. He was kind of one of these, these talents that show up, for a couple of seasons and then they're gone, right?
Right.
And he has no choice. I mean, there's no way that, unless he wants his career to end that day.
Right. He has no pull.
Yeah.
No power whatsoever to stop him.
Yeah.
Even if he wanted to,
Yeah, I mean, he has to, and that he would be forgiven whatever sins were found inside of his apartment, however disgusting it might be, for the sake that he played along with the role and the game and all of that stuff, right?
That's right.
Okay. Because I could barely I mean, this guy's place was really, really bad. And then the other thing was, the other talent, and I didn't know who this talent was. He's got like a reddish orange hair. I'd never seen him before. Kind of a new guy, I think. But the other talent I had seen before, and he was commenting, he was scrubbing away, they cleaned his place, okay, so his payment for letting them film his pigsty, and I don't mean to, I'm not being critical, it's interesting, sometimes you can't, it's like you can't say stuff like that without sounding like you're criticizing the Japanese. But that guy's house was a pigsty. Anybody's house that's a pigsty, you call it a pigsty. But
yeah, it's got nothing against the Japanese. No, person by person.
I mean, if anybody, there's this show called Hoarders in the United States, right?
Kurt will not sleep on my sofa.
No, I will not sleep on your sofa. I know the accumulated activities that have happened. I know that you sleep naked there.
I was sitting there this morning and I let out a nice one. A nice fart, and Tomoko looked at me. She had this big look on her face and she said, Ozzy's coming here and he has to sit there tomorrow. And I was like, what is
well, Jim, it's like, I've got this instinct for that kind of thing. The first time I ever came over to your house and we were sitting around to sit down, and you offered me the sofa, and I looked at that thing and I said, the floor's just fine. I'm in Japan, I'm used to the floor. Nothing against you. That was just gut instinct,
Right.
So, but your sofa is nothing at all like that. First of all,
we're not dirty.
No. First of all, you live with Tomoko. Tomoko keeps is an outstanding housekeeper. I mean, your place is like my place. It's impeccable because of our wives. You know, I'm not necessarily a dirty guy, but I'm nowhere near as clean as my wife.
Right.
And I gotta hand out big kudos to her every Saturday. Her routine, she keeps the house clean throughout the week, and every Saturday she does the big cleaning. And I'm basically not allowed to do anything, you know. And I was in the States, I did cleaning in the States, but when we come to Japan, there's a certain way to do things. You know, I don't know, I can't tell one bottle from the next. I'll scrub the toilet with a Windex and wash the windows with the toilet bowl cleaner, you know. And so I'm basically told to go for a hike.
Right.
And I think you're the same way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so kudos to our wives. But
yeah. Honey, you want me to do the dishes? No, leave them alone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that was finished when my wife came over, girlfriend then, came over. I made her dinner, and at my place, we are joined by, is that Ozzy Osbourne? Who is that?
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, way off.
Red Tina Turner.
But the first time my wife came over, I made her my famous chicken torrance while I was living in a potato chip truck on a beach in Northern California. And I brought her over, and she volunteered to do the dishes, and she found an old dirty sock being used as a dish rag. I think that pretty much sealed my fate. I still do dishes to this day, but I do them wrong every single time. Yeah. So back to that disgusting houses thing. So I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was interesting because it illustrated it didn't illustrate that the Japanese are dirty. That's not the case at all. Like I was saying before, we've got this show in the United States called Hoarders, right, where they show the same type of thing. I mean, it's the case around the world. There's people that just don't know how to keep their house clean or choose not to, right? But it's not that. But it illustrated the way that these guys participate along with it, and the way that the audience didn't seem to bat an eye. Now that's the one I don't get. My wife and daughter, I was up in arms. I was like, man, why is this being shown on TV? And my wife and daughter are just giggling along. Is it entertainment?
Must be.
Just like Cops is entertainment for us?
Different culture, you know.
Do you think Cops would work here? I don't think Cops would work here.
No, it wouldn't. Not at all.
Because it would be too invasive of privacy, right?
No, Cops is on here. Our Cops.
Yeah.
But
Bad Boy. In case people don't know what that is, it's an American show where they follow the police around with cameras.
But you know, Kurt, I think there is a Japanese like Cops show, but it sucks. I've seen it. Compared to like ours.
Yeah.
Everybody's face is mosaic, and the voices are like this, and you know, why do it? Why waste your time?
And there's and of course, and there's no chases, you know, down back alleys and over fences through Doberman and Pinscher infested yards and stuff like that. Right. But don't you think though that it's kind of a different thing? Like kind of in Cops is kind of for us. Maybe the Japanese might see it as kind of voyeuristic. Is that a kind of invasive of privacy? Whereas the television talent thing is they're all willing participants.
Mm.
The Japanese don't like that. I don't think the Japanese like the invasion of privacy without the person's really wanting to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, I don't think they do either.
Whereas we're in our country, so maybe they'd have the same reaction. Whereas I was kind of looking at this thing tonight saying, why are we watching this? The Japanese might feel the same way about an episode of Cops where you see some woman breaking down on the street. You know, clearly she's had a terrible life and it's all being filmed for the entertainment of others. No, I don't think the Japanese would like that at all.
Right. And then on top of that, they look at look how people are in America.
Exactly. Interesting cultural differences.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the another one I wanted to talk about was I wanted to tell you about Emily's schedule.
Okay.
And the topic of summer homework.
Is this where I wear the Speedo?
This is not where you wear the Speedo. This is where you can either wear the Tina Turner wig, turn the light off and get the disco ball out, or show us how you really use that mic.
Okay. All right, so what's the deal for homework?
It's like a ton of homework. You know, it's like Sundays, summer school, throughout. Basically, it's like regular school days. Plus, on top of that, it's radio taiso in the morning and festival practice and the like. Now, the thing is, here's the point. my daughter's grown up in this country. To her, it's normal. It's the way that it is, and she doesn't. She seems to be fine with it, just fine all together. But I, as an American, am kind of astonished by the lack of true free time during this period.
Yeah, they don't allow kids to be kids, do they?
Not in the same way that we do. It seems like a childhood here is really, in some ways, it's a preparation for adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that, again, it's just the way that we view things, and that if we could have a Japanese person here, they would tell us something different. They see it as maybe an integral element in success later in life.
Could be. Yeah, so the amount of homework she has isn't something she's going to finish in a week or two, right?
Oh, no. It's more than that. It's summer school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
so she's actually got to go to school.
Yeah, exactly. Got to go to school. But she's at a critical point right now, being a Rokunensei, 6th grader.
Right.
Can you understand what that critical? Do you want to describe what that is?
Sure. The 6th grade, they're preparing to go into junior high.
Yeah.
And she's got to get the good test grades to get into the junior high school that she wants to get into.
And why is it that test grades are so important?
I don't know. Every school has their own requirements.
Yeah.
I believe you don't have to say it, but I remember you told me what school she wanted to go to, and all her little friends want to go there, and whatever it takes to get in there, that's what she's going to have to pass.
Exactly right. Comes back to the old fact that if we compare our cultures, we're Americans, so we will have to use our own culture. But in the United States, it's hard to get into a good university, but it's not as hard to get in, but it's difficult to get out.
Right.
I started to say it backwards, right? You can get...
Whereas in Japan, it's difficult to get in, but once you're in, it's pretty easy to get out.
Right. So my daughter wants to go to a pretty good private junior high school, and she's going to have to really study hard to get in there. Now, again, I'm not. This is just observation, not criticism.
Right.
It's a different type of thing, altogether.
Well, with the job that we do, we could get conversations going that would probably get us fired. So what's next topic?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the next topic is, did you see that Eric Surf 6 has a new channel?
Yes, I did. I told you about it.
Oh. Well, then we've come full circle. But have you...
And the sad thing is, I told you about 4 hours ago.
Okay. Well, in that intervening 4 hours, I went over there and checked it out. Have you seen his 2 videos over there?
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. Where's the monkey, right?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
The other one is picking up a girl at a bar.
Yeah, now that was actually at the Tokyo get-together last year.
What get-together?
The big Tokyo party, the big YouTube party last year.
The one that you went to?
Yeah.
I didn't see you in there. Was that a before?
It must have been before we got there, because he was standing there talking with Sonny, right?
Yeah, there was Sonny and some other guy and some. I think I saw that Japan girl, whatever her name is.
Yeah, that was probably
that Japanese
before
girl.
The party. That was either before the party started or after everybody left.
Oh, okay.
I believe probably before it started, because there weren't any glasses and stuff all over the place.
Okay.
But actually, the girl that Eric picked up in that video, I believe she worked there.
So it was staged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked that way.
Yeah.
It looked that way. But so he did that. He did that way back then. So he had this channel in mind. But
Well, I don't know if he had that channel in mind, but it just amazes me he had that video saved up.
Yeah. Well, don't you have?
You got a lot of stuff saved up too.
Yeah. Don't you have that? I have this whole system that of doing stuff. I've got this unproduced folder that has, Softy Pop, all the channels, 18 different channels there, and then all of the videos are lined up there, and I've got templates, and they're all waiting. They're just waiting to be uploaded. Dozens and dozens.
If you put a gun to my head and said you have to put up one video every day, I might be able to get through a week. But after that week's over, I'm going to have to start shooting videos again. I've got nothing. I make my videos, I upload them, I throw the data away.
You don't even keep the data?
No.
Really?
Throw it away.
I've got a whole backup drive system with a 1 terabyte drive on it, and it's just my video backup. Every single thing that I film gets backed up.
For what reason?
Well, for 2 reasons. One, if I just leave it in the hands of YouTube, it's in the hands of YouTube. And you know, I lost when I lost my business. I lost thousands of photographs and descriptions, and it wasn't because it was my fault, because I didn't back it up, and I let the business go, and I let it go. But I lost all that stuff, and now I want to have, you know, I want to have a permanent record of everything that I've done. So for whatever reason,
Now, have you got it all archived and?
It's all archived and indexed, and by year and month and date and title and everything. It's a whole system.
Yeah, see, I'm not that organized.
Really? Well,
in my iMovie,
yeah.
I have the Tokyo party from last year. I didn't throw that away. I've got Big Paul's used cars. I've got the blue ball tag game with Eric that we haven't done yet. And Eric, if you watch this, what's the deal, brother? Are we gonna do the blue ball game? And maybe one more video. But yeah, I shoot stuff, and I upload it to my computer, I edit it, throw it away.
Well, that's probably all you need to do. You know, I have a feeling that stuff on YouTube is the sheer quantity of it will become a valuable commodity, especially over time, and given the way that they're able to have redundant systems for backup and the like, it'll probably be safe forever. So,
well, and I keep the ones that matter.
Yeah.
I keep copies of the ones that matter, and I keep the original data from it. You know, like the Mully Gump, I've got all that, and the Big Paul stuff, and the things that suck, I'm keeping those archived and indexed and everything. So.
Well, all you need is to download just have the one final file, right?
But you know, actually, I keep the things that suck. I keep the whole thing. I keep all the original videos that I shot, because I usually shoot them in stages.
Right.
I keep the file from Power Director.
Yeah.
In the event that, like when I do the morning series.
The morning?
Honey, time to wake up.
Oh, right.
Those, I just pull the old one out and import it into what I'm working on now. And, you know, delete all the stuff that I don't need.
Right. Yeah. It works. Yeah, I do that too. I have templates and the like. And speaking of templates, I had a shout out from two 13-year-old boys today who did you see it?
Yeah, I left a comment.
Oh, did you? Wasn't that cute? It was, you know, the video was a little windy.
We should make an intro screen like Softy Papa.
Yeah, it's like so cool. They're like
walking in Portugal.
Yeah, walking in Portugal with a seagull. And if boys, if you see this, we're not making fun of you. It's kind of flattering.
Right.
In a way.
Yeah, flattering, a good way to say it, yeah.
And really charming, and it's the kind of thing that, I mean, I gotta confess, I have a touch of envy. I mean, like, I wish that at 13 they're actually doing it, something like this, at 13 years old. I mean, who knows if they'll actually stick with it, but if they do, can you imagine what they could possibly do with it?
That's true.
I mean, and especially as a pair like that.
Right.
But back to Eric's thing. I wanted to basically mention it because I thought it was, his new channel is really representative of how two things. One, how a channel can get typecast in a way. Mm-hmm. I mean, not everybody. Well, no, everybody. Every channel that exists on YouTube, if you make enough videos over time, you get typecast. The Softy Papa channel is typecast. The Big Paul channel, you haven't done with the Things That Suck channel. That's typecast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To the max. You can't even talk on it, really.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of, like, this weekend I've got a live show, right? So I'm not going to be home Sunday night, not at all. And I was thinking maybe I should make a service announcement. Sorry, guys, there's no Things That Suck this week.
That sucks.
But I think people would.
You can't talk.
I think people would go through the roof if I did that.
Well, why don't you make it in the theme of That Sucks? I mean, it doesn't. And then, why don't you do that? Like, I'm watching. Let's get Ozzy to do it. I've got my laptop tomorrow and have him look at it. It's like he's watching the video and he goes, "Oh, that sucks."
Well, I'm thinking I got to get Ozzy into a Things That Suck video. Now, I'm shooting one on Sunday at my show.
Yeah.
I've already got that worked out on what I'm going to do.
Upload that on Sunday.
I'm not going to be home Sunday night.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be late. So, I mean, so anybody, if you see this and you follow Things That Suck, the video is going to be pretty late this week.
Well, technically, Monday is Sunday in part of the world.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But, you know, with this channel, I'm trying to follow the rules of professional video, you know? Scheduled uploads. You know, same time every week that everybody knows it's going to be there when they get up. And here's why I go 10 o'clock Saturday or Sunday night. The majority of my viewership is in North America.
Yeah.
So, 10 o'clock Sunday night here is 9 o'clock Sunday morning in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Then 8, 7, 6 back to the West Coast.
Right.
So that way, when people are getting up Sunday morning to have their coffee and they're checking their mail, blah, 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 they can get on. There's Things That Suck, and maybe they can get a laugh and a smile for the day.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's a good. I love your thinking.
And then I don't have to compete with Ray William Johnson on Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, that's right. See, that's professional thinking.
I don't want to knock him off.
So you've got 3 challenges this weekend. One is to get a Things That Suck out at least before Sunday ends in the entire globe,
Right.
and 2 to get Ozzy into a Things That Suck, and 3 to remember your lines when you're singing on the stage on Sunday, right? At your live show.
God.
What is it? Yeah, I'm coming. Stream of cars moved.
I think Dave's going to be there.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, Dave's coming in. And you ready for this? Ogura Sensei's going to come.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, yeah, because he lives up that way. He says, yeah, if I've got time, I'll be up.
Wow, that's
He
great.
seemed really interested once I told him that Matsuoka Sensei was my drummer.
Yeah. Outstanding. That's going to be. So, what kind of music are you going to play for us?
This time you're going to hear Motley Crue, Van Halen, and AC/DC and Wasp.
And you're you're the lead singer for the whole thing?
The lead singer for the whole thing.
Wasp. I've never heard of them.
You've never heard of Wasp?
No. Is that? I bet I'm out of it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 80s hard rock. You know. WASP especially stands for We Are Sexual Perverts.
Oh, okay. Well,
But they're basically a blues-based hard rock.
Well, speaking of sexual perverts, you've got to give your new microphone a name.
I do, don't I?
Yeah, you got.
Should I name it Kurt?
Oh, I don't. It's going to be a little larger for that, and a little more. The girth has got to be not as many knobs.
Maybe maybe I could name it Bumble.
Bumble. Ah, okay.
Remember Bumble, right?
Bumble? No, I don't remember Bumble. What's Bumble?
Sure you do.
What?
Close your eyes, Kurt. Listen.
Okay.
I want to be a dentist.
Oh, right.
Bounce!
Yes, that's right. I want to be a dentist.
Right? That big Yeti that was in there, right?
Yeah, that's right. That big Yeti thing.
The Bumble.
That was Bumble.
Bumble.
Oh, okay.
Bumbles bounce!
I missed that, dude. You got to get.
Cornelius!
Anybody that doesn't know, you got to hop in the Wayback Machine and prop down on your elbows and on a sheet of shag carpet in front of a black and white black and white TV with no remote control, and on what would that be? A holiday season, right?
Mm-hmm. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Remember that?
Me.
Yeah. Trying to grab you, crackhead motherfucker.
So I think that's great. So I think we covered it. Was there anything you wanted to cover?
No, we're about 45 minutes into this.
Yeah, good. Well, it's funny because I've got my camera running. It's 44. So you're recording and I'm recording?
Yep, I've got 45, 36 going here.
Wait, you're recording too?
Yeah.
And I'm recording.
You're recording. So we got a double recording going here.
What do you know? Well, but the thing is, let's just put them both up and see what the hell, and cross-reference and make them as a.
Yeah, because it's a different view, right?
Yeah, it's a totally different view and perspective, and I'll make mine a response to yours.
Or you could give me your raw video, and I could edit them together.
Ooh, that's the best option.
Going back and forth.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's the right option. I'll give it to you tomorrow at work.
Okay, sounds good.
And that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to put it together, I don't think.
Excellent. Okay. Good.
All right.
Good. Well, our first attempt at this was a failure technically, but a success interpersonally, and conversationally.
Yeah, but the technical mistake wasn't our fault.
No, it's damn Google. See, BC podcast. You guys are ahead of the game. You still got control. That's right. And by the way, and if you don't know the BC podcast, go check those guys out.
Right.
Where do you check them out? BC podcast or no one. .fm.
There it is. I don't know the address.
11. That's kind of one of those strange domain names. .11.fm or something like that, or
something like that.
And go check out Eric Surf 18, and Eric certainly doesn't need any shout outs, but I do want to say, and I know I keep on saying, I've gone on and on about him. I really do. I started to say before, all of us that do this get typecast. I mean, we've all experienced it. When I started the YouTube bullet train, I wanted that to be a free-for-all, and even it's typecast, although much less loosely. And I always thought that Eric had other things he wanted to do, and it's neat to see him break out and start doing something.
Right, so although Eric doesn't really need a shout-out, this is, hey guys, if you want to see another side of Eric, go check out this channel. Right,
exactly. And I offer that as encouragement to others who may feel that they're typecast. I mean, there's just about every one of us does this. I mean, probably the most interesting example. I think Busan Kevin was probably the one that started all of this. He or Chi Ranger, with their main channels and then their secondary channels, and of course the JapanChannel.com and the silly old dude. Of course Victor with all of his channels. But I think probably the most interesting one of all to me is the Japanarchist and Sunny something. For some reason, because I had a talk with Sunny, and he explained some of the reasons, and it really was illustrative of how a second channel can be used not only for personal expression but for creative development as well.
Sure.
Whatever happened to that guy? Is he gone?
No, he changed his jobs, and he's just really, really busy.
Really?
Yep, that's my understanding. I talked to him about a month or two ago, and he was just like, "Yeah, Molly, I'm busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest." Of course, Big Paul made that up.
Yeah, well, you've got a million of those, right?
Out of this year's Big Paul.
Well, that's good. Well, maybe we'll see him back. Probably no chance he's coming up to see us, though, huh?
Yeah, I would say slim to none.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay, we'll get him another time.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Kurt?
Can we get Big Paul to sign us off?
All right, this here's Big Paul. We hope you enjoyed sitting around with me and Limpy Noodle over there.
Hey, Big Paul, who are we going to have dinner with tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a dinner with that little brown feller from up there in Hokkaido, that Chico Marino. What the hell's his name?
Yeah,
Guerrero.
Aussie 78.
Aussie 78.
He's Indian. He's Indian.
Yeah. Right.
Do you know how he's getting down to Shizuoka?
Hey, he's coming down by the little missile train.
Missile train.
Right. This is Big Paul, and that's old Limpy Noodle. Y'all have a great weekend, and remember, life's a lot simple if you're proud on the stumps.
All right. Good night, Miley. Good night.
See you, Kurt.
Bye.